Hi everyone, this is Aaron from HH Watch Reviews. Welcome back to the channel. Now, if you're like me, you're probably as addicted to watch straps as you are to watches. In my opinion, having multiple watch straps in your collection is as important as having multiple watches in your collection. It's a little bit like having multiple shoes. You want to have the proper shoes for the occasion. If there's a certain activity you're going to be doing, you want to have the proper shoes for it. Or, shoes that will match your outfit that day. And same thing goes for my watch straps. I want to have the versatility of having, multiple straps that I can, wear on different occasions. If I'm going to be doing some, physical activity, I want to wear a strap that is, more, let's say, water resistant or even sweat resistant. I want to be able to wear a strap on let's say, a more sportier watch, but then, wear the same strap on a more, dressy watch. So that versatility is also very important. And just, having fun and changing the strap on my watches just gives the watch a different mood and different style. And I really like changing my straps. Now, today we're going to be talking specifically about premium straps and more particular, ARTEM straps. Now, ARTEM Straps is a company based in Australia, and a few weeks ago they reached out and asked if I wanted to check out some of their sailcloth straps. Now, I've obviously accepted the offer, and they were kind enough to send me two straps of my choice. Now, full disclosure, these straps were sent to me at no cost, and I don't have to send it back to them, but that won't affect my review of these straps. Now, before we look at the straps that I chose, let's have a look at their website. Now, under the sailcloth section, you have the option to choose the type of strap you want. So I went for a classic strap and also for a loopless model. And you have here many options, for the color of the strap. You can also choose the stitching color you want. And what's very nice is once you chose the strap you want, you have options for 4 different sizes. And this is something that you don't see a lot of brands do. There are options for 19 millimeters, 20, 21, and 22 millimeters. And when I say not a lot of people, not a lot of brands do this, is they don't offer the odd sizes of 19 and 21 millimeters. And more brands, watch brands, are releasing watches with 21 millimeter lug width or even 19 millimeter lug width. So having that option is a big plus for me. So once you chose the size, you get to choose what type of spring bars you want. So you have the option between a standard spring bar or a quick release spring bar. And depending on which model of strap you take, if you go for the loopless model, you have the option to add a deployant clasp. And I'm going to show you that clasp in a minute. But if you go for the classic strap, it comes by default on a regular buckle. But then you also have the option to add a butterfly style clasp. And that is on top of, having the regular buckle that will still be shipped if you choose to add the deployant clasp. So that's a very nice touch. Now let's take a look at the straps that I received. So for the loopless model, I opted for a black strap with gray stitching. And for the classic strap, I went for the blue with the white stitching. Now, when shopping for premium watch straps, there are 3 things that are very important for me. First thing is the build quality overall, I would say, and the material used to make the strap. The second thing that's very important is the versatility of the strap. And when I say versatility, there's 2 things that I look for. First thing is this the type of strap that I can wear in different occasions? And I'm talking, whether I'm doing some physical activity or whether I'm just, wearing it at the office or, depending on the type of watch I'm wearing it on. So, that's the second thing I look for when it comes to versatility is, will it actually match the different types of watches that I have in my collection? So that's very important for me. I mean, we're talking about premium straps here. So we're paying a premium price. And if you're going to be buying something that will cost you $100 or $200, you expect to be able to wear that, or at least you want to be able to wear that strap on different watches that you have in your collection. And the third thing I look for is the build quality of the hardware. That is very important because, you know, a little bit like having, you know, a $3,000 watch that comes on a bracelet and then the clasp does not have on the fly micro adjustments. In today's day, I think we should all expect to have quality material, quality hardware for the prices that we're paying, especially if you're selling your product as a premium product. And so speaking of hardware, let's start over there. So first of all, I'm going to show you the regular buckle that comes with the classic strap. And when I say regular buckle, it's because it's the one that is included by default. But the build quality on this buckle is really good. You have, you know, 3 sides of the buckle that have a beautiful polished bevel, and the top surface is completely brushed. You have their logo etched right in the middle there. It looks very nice. It's very well built. Then you have the option for the butterfly clasp with the classic strap. So this one is a bit different from you know, the usual butterfly clasp that I'm used to. Usually we have these 2 little you know, push buttons to release and open the clasp, but this one works a little bit differently. So there's no actual buttons to release it. It just goes with, you know, the pressure of these 2 little metal parts that hold I guess the clasp closed or open. So let me just show you. So if you open it, you see there's some pressure there and then it just clicks open. And same thing goes for the other side. And when you close it, it's the same thing. There's a little bit of pressure, so you have to put some force and then it just clicks closed. I think this will be great for, you know, durability because oftentimes those little push buttons, they have a little spring in there, and you know, sometimes that spring will break. And so I think you know, the durability side of it, this mechanism is in my opinion better. And also the fact that there's no mechanism to, you know, release the clasp open, they can make it actually slimmer. And so the profile of this butterfly clasp, you can see it's very slim. And also on the wrist, it's very comfortable. There's no sharp edges anywhere. Everything is soft to the touch. So really a really nice butterfly clasp. Now the third type of deploying clasp, and this is the one that I personally prefer out of the 3. This one is, I would say, a little bit like the Omega clasp that are available on certain of their watches. What I really like about this one, first, I mean, the build quality. Once again, the design is very nice to look at. You have these 2 sides that are polished and the center is brushed. You have, once again, the logo there, and you have these 2 triggers to, you know, release the clasp. Open it, and you can see everything is very solidly built there. But what I like about this clasp is how the strap integrates in the clasp. And if you can see right here, so once you sized the strap to your wrist, you have the excess of the strap that goes inside of, I would say, the clasp. And what that does is it actually rests on your wrist. So this is the first contact your wrist has with, you know, the whole area of the clasp usually. So first thing is it's softer to your, you know, wrist, obviously, so it's more comfortable. But the second thing is oftentimes during the day, my wrist will swell and, you know, expand a little bit. And often with these type of clasps, you have that folding section that will dig into my wrist. And that gets uncomfortable after, you know, hours of wearing a watch. So having that excess of strap protect your wrist from that section of the clasp is a great design in my opinion. And that's one of the reasons why I really, really like this clasp. Now, out of the 2 straps that I chose, the loopless design is the one I personally prefer. When we look at the build quality of the strap, you can see here, so these are sailcloth straps. So I'm guessing the top material is the sailcloth portion. The underside is actually leather, and it's covered in a thin layer of rubber. This gives it that water resistance that you're looking for in these type of straps. So the versatility of these straps are great because I've been wearing this on my Black Bay 58 for almost 2 weeks now, and sometimes I just jump into the pool. I don't have to worry about the strap getting damaged or anything. I walked around the garden, played with the kids in the park, and no worries about banging it here and there. So far it's been very good. I don't see any signs of use anywhere. Also the holes, there's a layer of rubber that is stitched on top of it, so this will help with the wear and tear over the time. So this is another good build quality, I guess I can say. And just overall, the stitching is really nicely done. Everything just feels premium. But like I said, what I like about this model of strap, not only because it comes with the deploying clasp that I like, but it's also the design, the look of it. And if you look at, the area where the stitching is, it's a lot closer to the edges compared to the classic one. So that's the first thing I like about the design, more than the classic strap. But the second thing is the padding in the middle. The padding on the loopless model is a lot I would say thinner compared to the classic one. The classic protrudes a lot more. So when you look at it at an angle, or especially when you're wearing the watch on your wrist, you see that padding a lot more on the classic strap compared to the loopless one. And so that's the other reason why I like the design of this one more. But honestly, overall, I've been very satisfied with these two straps. I'm the type of person who's, I think that it's fine to spend a few $100s on a quality strap, especially if you're wearing it, for example, on a watch on a daily basis. You want to have something that is comfortable, that is well built, and you don't have to worry about taking off your watch because you're going to go into water or you're going to get your hands wet or something. You want something that's durable. And so the premium they're asking for these straps, I think it's very well worth the price. So I have no issues recommending these straps to anyone. But let me know down below in the comments, what type of person are you? Are you more the type who will, spend a few hundred on one strap? Or are you going to spend the same amount of money on multiple straps so you can have a variety of straps in your collection? And yeah, so this pretty much wraps up this video. If you enjoyed the video, as always, please like it and share it with a friend or two, or anyone who's interested in watches and watch straps. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe, especially if you like, watch content. Have a lot more reviews coming up. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next one.